I spent 100 days building up my very own colony. We went from humble beginnings and devastating losses to eventually having our very own thriving settlement with no competition to stand against us. Now, if you go on to enjoy this video at any point, then please consider dropping a like and subscribing. Also, be sure to let me know what video you want to see next down in the comments. But now, without any further ado, let's get into it. So, starting things out on day 1, all I had were a couple of bucks and a big dream. So I immediately got to work on beating up a few trees for some wood before grabbing some cobblestone and crafting up a full set of stone tools. Once the tools were acquired, I set out in search of a suitable place to begin the colony/settlement. When I stumbled across some lone survivors out here, however they really didn't have anything but a campfire, so I just continued on, getting jumped by some silverfish from this what I thought was gravel, but it wasn't, and I did not get any hidden loot, just a bug bite. Shortly after, I had a quick stare down with a bear and decided that I would not win that fight, so instead I took to a nearby lake and stocked up on some fish that I tried to cook on the survivor's campfire, but I guess these fish are fire resistant or something because you can't cook them, they won't cook. So after chomping down on my raw fish, I found a herd of bison, and well, they looked pretty delectable to me, so I pillared up a few blocks and took one down the cheap way, getting myself some bison meat. A little exploring later, and I found a nice open area that could work pretty well for our settlement. So I said hello to a couple of the locals, grabbed a little bit more wood, and set up camp in a small cave for the night to cook up my bison meat, as well as check out this small cave area nearby that had a small amount of iron in it. Waking up on day 2, I crafted myself an iron pick and an axe, and then began making my way towards what looked like a nearby village. Because if I did want to set up camp here, I needed to get a lay of the land and see how well the competition are doing. And I mean, they were doing alright. I mean, emphasis on were, although they didn't really have much in the first place, they had a whole lot less once I was done. I tore this place apart, stealing all of their hay, messing up their farms, just to send a message that there's a new kid on the block and I ain't taking prisoners? That doesn't really work, but moving on. After pillaging the nearby village, I said hello to a pig and set up camp right next door to said village and got to work on officially setting up our colony by placing down a town hall block and a builder's hut block. And then within seconds of me placing down those blocks, we had our very first villagers show up, who were then immediately put to work on building up the builder's hut. However, before work could actually properly begin, I needed quite a few materials.